Are we ready?
Yeah, you're good.
My name is Faye Safi. I am the director of Mubarak Mortgage. Mubarak Mortgage is an Islamic finance company that provides finance for the home buyers who is looking for the faith-based transactions. So we started 2 years ago in the business of Mubarak, but I've been in business for 27 years. As a loan officer, started with a mortgage as a loan officer, walked my way up to go to Wells Fargo, and then I worked with another Islamic finance for almost 12 years. And then the idea came in, and why we don't give our customers or our community more options with the Islamic finance. So that's why we started this company. And since then, alhamdulillah, we've been very successful providing, purchases, refinance, cash out, all these kinds of transaction to our community.
Alhamdulillah. Well, first, it's such a pleasure to meet you, Ms. Faye. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Angel. I am from the Caribbean, Trinidad and Tobago, and I have decided to start my journey here in real estate in Southern California. I primarily serve 3 counties. I do LA County, I do San Bernardino, and Orange County, which is my favorite. I am just here to provide more information for my customers who are primarily of Islamic origin, and they would like to do Sharia compliant transactions, of course, because they're very close to their faith, and they really want to be compliant with that. Alhamdulillah. So, speaking on the topic of compliance and legality, I wanted to know, how does Islamic financing differ from conventional mortgages in terms of legal structure?
First of all, alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's my pleasure that I met you, and I met you in one of the biggest convention, in LA convention, which is Mass Convention. I'm very, very proud to be a sponsor in there, and I thank them very much for providing the community with these things so we can network, because the network is very important in our business. What is the difference between Islamic finance and the traditional mortgages? Islamic finance is based on faith. How is you gonna get something on halal way? Fits your living in, the big community as our land in US. So the scholars in here, and we have scholars who endorsed us, approved us. We could not do that without going through the right channel to make sure it is 100% halal. So we went to AMJA, which is a huge organization in the United States. You can check them out. It's AMJA, organization that we went through for them to tell us, how do we do that?
Okay.
How can we be compliant with Sharia? The customers has an option here, either go with a traditional mortgage, but we wanted to give our customers, a chance to satisfy their faith. There's so many people who come to me and say, I don't want to buy home. I'm worried of the riba. I'm worried of the akhirah. I'm worried about the judgment day. So I think providing this option to our community and our Muslims brothers and sisters are huge. So we our paperwork was approved completely, endorsed by the AMJA, which is the scholars for approving the finance in the United States. We are 100%. If you go check their website, alhamdulillah, we're 100% halal. So this is giving us the option of the community option to go than the traditional. So what's the difference between the traditional and Mubarak or the Islamic finance is the mechanism in the contract. There is nothing like when you go to the traditional, you are going to sign a note. A note says that you are borrowing money, return it with money, and this is when the riba comes in.
I see.
In that Islamic finance, or all that, the models that Islamic finance are using is away from that. I'm going to talk about Murabaha because that's the model I have, and this is the model I offer to my community. The Murabaha model is very easy model. It's buy to sell.
Right.
buy to sell, meaning that you as an agent, you have a customer who have already wrote a contract with the seller saying, I want to buy the home. They agreed on the price. They agreed on, all of that.
Yes.
He comes to me and I qualify him. Usually the customers comes to us before even writing the contract or even talking to the agent because they want to know how much they are qualified
for, which is very important.
Very important. As an agent too, you're not going to work with somebody who does not know. I'm going to call you now and say, okay, I want to buy a home. Oh, great. How much is the home? Oh, well, I do not know. How much you're down? I do not. Well, they come to us first.
Yes.
And then we qualify them according to their, credit score, down payment, employment, and all these things. And we'll tell them what's their payment, what's their monthly payment, what's their term, all of that. So they come to you as an agent ready.
Yes. And
so in here, you're going to write the contract.
Yes, the pre-qualified.
Right, the pre-qualification is ready.
Is very important too as well, so they know their budget as well, and they're not like looking at different things that doesn't make sense for them.
And the most important also, Angel, is we don't put people at risk. So if whatever you're qualified for. If your income is this, you're going to be qualified for this. We cannot just tell you, oh, go buy a house for $1 million and your income is $60,000 a year. It's not going to work.
Yes.
This is putting people at risk. And it's not allowed, right?
Yes.
So when the customer comes to you as an agent, he should have that pre-qualification letter or a qualified letter. And sometimes we can even give if the market is hot and some of the sellers they don't want a pre-qualification, they want an approval letter. We can do that. We can do something called, even without him founding the property, we can do approval letter and the subject property will be TBD'd.
Oh, okay.
So to be determined.
Yes.
So we can do that. If the market is hot and you think, this house is going to have like 10 offers, I wanted to get it for my customers, let's do that. We can do that.
Okay.
So going back to the original question is, how is it different? So you as an agent wrote a contract. The contract is fully executed, signed between the parties. They both signed, they agreed. This is the selling price. The term, the closing time is this and this. So the customer comes back to me. Now, what difference between the Murabaha as Islamically, I go and buy the house from the seller and sell it to my customer installment, which is the monthly payment in here.
Okay. So legally,
I am the agent of your customer right now, which is I have the right to go buy the house, execute a letter between me and the seller saying, I'm going to buy the property. And then after that, I'm going to sell it to your customer or my customer who I qualified him in monthly installment.
Okay. So that's the difference.
That's the difference.
In the legal sense of it.
Yes.
So, going back to Islamic financing, is it recognized and regulated under U.S. mortgage laws?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We follow all the organization in the United States, meaning all the entities or the government entities or whatever, like TRED rules, RESPA, TILA, all these we are 100% in compliant with all these rules.
Okay, so it's an interest-free loan, 100% compliant. And for realtors out there, is there any additional disclosures or compliance requirements that realtors need to know about?
The only thing is we will have a form ready for the seller to sign.
Okay.
So we will be the owner, so we can make it, we can sell it to our customer.
Oh, okay. I love that.
Okay, so I'm going to go back and people think, what do you mean, right? Yeah. What I mean is the customer came to us, we qualified him, we told him, okay, you are qualified, we're gonna be providing the finance for you.
Right.
I became his agent.
Wow.
Right? Because he signed all the papers. He signed the authorization to proceed.
Yeah.
He signed, the credit report pulling.
Right.
He gave me his tax returns. He gave me his bank statement. He gave me everything. Right?
Yes.
So now I became his lender. I am his lender. So the paper that's going to be signed between me and the seller saying that, okay, you are as a seller, Mr. Seller, whoever you are going to sell me the property. And in the same transaction, I'm going to sell it to my customer.
Got it. Okay, so that is called the
The
Murabaha.
Murabaha model. So going to how Islamic finance works, there is 3 ways in Islam you can do investment. And when you buy a home, it is an investment.
Yes.
Either you're going to live in it, you're going to rent it, or whatever. It is investment. So there's 3 ways to do that in Islam.
Okay.
The first model is the Murabaha model.
Murabaha.
The second model called Musharaka model.
Musharaka.
And I'm going to say that in English again. Okay. And the third one is the Ijara. So the Murabaha is a transaction that is financed installments. The Musharaka is called declining co-ownership program.
Okay, equity sharing.
Equity sharing.
Got you.
The Ijara is a lease. Like you're leasing a car.
Okay.
You lease a car for a couple of years, and at the end you're gonna sell it, return it, or you're gonna buy it. It does not really work as an Ijara on the buying homes because after 3 years I'm gonna return the home to you and say take it, or I'm gonna sell it to you in a higher price. So the equity in there will be, and that's when we brought it to the scholars, the Islamic scholars. They decided that Ijara does not work in the United States.
Got you. You know what? That brings me back to, is Amtra?
Yes.
We're going to put a link down below so you can see Amtra's website and get to know more about them so you'll understand what Sharia compliant means.
Right.
So that'll be awesome. But
and also if they go to my website, which is Mubarak Mortgage, it's Amja endorsement is in there. It's 100% halal, alhamdulillah, as an Islamic finance.
We'll also put your link down there as well. So back to the Murabaha contract. Who holds the title during the financing process, the buyer or the lender?
The customer. The buyer.
Customer?
The buyer is owned. He owns the property 100%.
What? Tell me more.
Okay, at the deed will be under your customer name.
Okay.
We would be just a lien on the property, like any other lien. A lien means that you're not going to be able to sell.
Okay.
Or to refinance until you pay us off.
Well, that makes sense.
So pay off. What's the meaning of pay off?
Okay.
So I've been with you 3 years now as a Murabaha. I paid you all this money. Now I have to pay you exactly what we started? No. You're going to pay me off your standing balance.
Oh.
And I'm going to give you an example.
Please do.
Let's say you bought a home and we started with 300,000.
Okay. 300,000.
300,000 is the finance amount, you've been paying on time, for the next 3 years, 4 years, whatever.
So the house is worth 300,000.
No, the finance is 300,000.
The finance is 300,000.
The house may be worth $500,000.
Okay.
But I'm talking about my finance, how much I gave you as finance.
Got you.
Right? So that's the finance amount, right? I don't say loan amount because we do not give loans. It's finance amount, right? So with that said, let's say we started as a finance amount of 300,000.
Okay.
But you made a payment for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, whatever. Now your standing balance only 200,000.
Okay.
Because there is some is going towards your principal.
Right.
Money is going to your principal. Every month you make your payment. Your principal is going down, right? What you're going to do, what we're going to ask you to pay, if you want to sell the home or if you want to refinance or whatever, we're going to ask you to pay only what is your standing balance that day.
Okay.
So instead of 300,000, you're going to pay the 200,000. Now, you're going to sell the home. You bought the home, for example, for $500,000, right? And now after 3 years, the house worth 600,000.
Yeah.
550, whatever it is. The standard is
very conservative.
Especially
very conservative.
Especially in California, right?
I know.
The equity is yours. We don't share that.
Yeah. Just for the viewers to know, it's an average of 2% yearly for property to appreciate. So what she's saying is very, very, very conservative.
Right. That's just an example, right?
Yes.
So what the example is, just to give you an example, that the equity is the buyer. It's the customer. It's not. I don't share the equity with him.
That's
I do not. Right. And he is as an owner of a deed. He is free to refinance. He is free to pay off the transaction,
Okay.
free to sell the home,
Rent it.
free to do whatever. And you know what, even if, let's say I started with 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, and now my family getting bigger, I want to buy another home.
Okay.
You're allowed to rent the first home and buy a home if you are qualified.
Okay.
So you are in control of your finance, not us.
So you're empowering homeowners.
Exactly.
I love that. I love that.
Exactly.
So if, we're not talking about interest, Reba, how does that affect the purchase price? How is the profit calculated instead of interest? Like how do you make money, I guess?
That's a very good question.
Right.
And I like that question because a lot of customers, when we do these seminars, home seminars, and hopefully one is going to come soon to the Orange County.
Inshallah.
Yes, inshallah. So we can empower our community more and more and understand that.
Yes.
So depending on your down payment and your credit score.
Okay.
So and I'm going to give a very simple example.
Okay.
Let's say,
I love examples.
Right. So let's say you bought a home for 200,000, right? And you put on 10%. So your loan amount or your finance amount, is 180.
Okay.
For example.
Okay.
So I look at my profit for 30 years, 15 years, because we have all these terms.
Okay.
Right? We can offer 30 years, 15 years, 20 years. Arms, if you want, 10 arms, 7 arms, all these, terms for the mortgage are available for our customers.
Oh, okay.
Right. So we give it them, again, it's depending on their qualification and their
right.
We're not going to put them in 15 years if they're not qualified for that. But let's say the finance amount 180 and it's going to be for 30 years.
Okay.
We calculate our profit for 30 years and put it in the top of that. So now instead of 180, your loan or your finance amount is 200,000.
Okay.
We itemerize that on 30 years.
Okay. Got you. That's interesting.
Because again, it's a profit. It's a finance. It's an installment finance.
You have to run your business somehow.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, you're not going to be, nobody's going to do anything for free exactly like any other. But the good thing in here is we are, depending on how much you're going to put down payment and your credit score, we calculate that for the terms of the finance. The only thing is in here is you can get out of that finance anytime you want. So you can take that finance for let's say for if you took it for 30 years, but you decided after 5 years you're gonna sell it.
Yeah,
you're gonna sell it.
Okay.
Whatever I calculated for 30 years means nothing because you only paid me my profit only for 5 years.
Got you. Okay. That's very interesting. And let's talk closing costs. The closing process, I should say. How does the closing process differs from a conventional mortgage?
Same thing. There is no difference.
There's no difference?
No difference. We have to go through title companies, attorneys, title companies, or escrow agent. If we are in a state, that they use title companies and escrow agents, or in other states that use attorneys, we have to go through them.
Okay.
So with that said, and you're bringing a very good point in here. As we said, we are trying to fit our examples of faith into a big pictures of United States. United States has laws.
Yes.
So we have to follow that laws.
Of course.
So the first thing is, as I said, one of the benefits too, that at the end of the year, you're going to get a 1099 that claims or your what you paid for us for a profit, so you can claim it in your taxes.
Okay.
You're going to have a full, what they call it, full enjoyment or full, when you buy a property, you get taxes, you pay your taxes, you get that back.
Covenant of enjoyment of your property.
Exactly.
Got you. So is there any delays or extra steps realtors should anticipate in this process?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
For Mubarak Mortgage, we are able to close within 3 weeks.
3 weeks? Okay, that's good.
About 3 weeks. I closed something in 10 days.
Oh, wow.
Depending on how fast the customer is going to provide the paperwork for us. So again, with Mubarak Mortgage, standard.
Yes.
doing the appraisal. We're going to do the appraisal. We're going to need a title. We're going to need all of that. The good thing, everything.
Yeah.
In this case, the good thing in here is I sit in here in the corporate with my underwriting and processing team. So it helps me a lot.
You went into appraisal, and I love the fact that you started speaking about it, because I wanted to know, how does the appraisal and underwriting process work for Islamic financing?
We follow the same guidelines like traditional mortgages. Again, we have to obey by the laws.
Right.
And appraisals has laws in here.
Yes.
Right? Underwriter has laws. Our underwriter has to be certified and all of these things. So there is nothing different between us and the traditional mortgage except the mechanism of doing that transaction under the Murabaha model.
Which is basically interest-free.
Yes, interest-free.
But I have a question, and I'm probably going to go a little off script here, but is Islamic financing only for Muslims?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. We cannot discriminate. It's against the law to discriminate. It's open for anybody who wants our transaction and feels comfortable to do our transaction. I'll be more than happy to explain it to any of your customers if you have any.
Yes.
We're open for anybody. And I'm just going to tell you a small secret in here that we do have non-Muslims with us.
Wow.
As a customer.
MashaAllah. That's so good that it helps people in general.
Absolutely. We are a mortgage company open for anybody and everybody. So, although we're specialized in Islamic finance, but we're open.
Yeah. Because the reason why it came about is because we want to do riba interest-free solutions. So, how do monthly payments compare to traditional mortgages?
Same thing. You're going to pay your monthly payment every month. We have a servicing company who's going to service that. As a lender, we are a lender. We're not a broker. So Mubarak Mortgage is a lender. We have a servicing company like any other lenders that service our finance.
Yes.
So they're going to collect your payment. You're going to collect your escrow. Exactly the same. For the rate and for the fees, we did not talk about the closing fees. The closing fees in Mubarak is exactly like any closing fee. We are around $1,500 a month. $1,500 a closing cost.
Yes.
So we are in the market. So that's all, and it goes to our processing, underwriting, and funding fees.
Okay. Awesome. And like, if someone were to pay off early or do a refinance, are there any penalties for that?
Absolutely not. There is no prepay penalty in our transaction. The customer can pay off his transaction without any issues.
Oh, wow. And how do taxes and insurance, how is that handled in Islamic financing?
Same thing like any other transaction, right? We have, as I said, we have a servicing company who collect these taxes and insurance if the customer choose to escrow with us. There are certain rules with each state. By the way, we do transaction 48 states, so we are in 48 states. Yes. 48 states.
Wow.
Yes. So, if some of the states require to escrow, some of the state requires not to escrow.
Yes.
So for the customers who's escrowing with us, we have a servicing company who service their transaction.
Okay. So let's talk about the realtor training or resources. Does Mubarak Mortgage provide training or resources for realtors?
Absolutely. I am willing to travel anywhere in the United States to do lectures for the real estate agent. And this was, I think I did over 2,000 through my Islamic, as Islamic finance advisors. I did over 2,000, real estate agents, first-time home buyers, home buyers seminars. So I am willing to train. I'm willing to explain, and we work hand in hand with our partners, agents.
MashaAllah, that's so good that you not only help the community with Islamic financing, but you also provide mentorship to realtors as well.
They are partners.
I love that.
They are our partners. Without real estate agent, we're not going to survive. We need the agent. The agent needs also a trustful finance company that can close for them.
Yes.
Straightforward with no issues. I mean, we understand the importance of you getting your commission at the end,
Of
right?
course, yes.
Because you work so hard, you guys. I know that you guys work so hard. I was just speaking to one of the agent. He told me that one customer, he showed him 55 homes.
Wow.
55 homes. That's mean he been working with him for 6 months. So my job is to make sure this deal is closed.
Yes.
And the agent is happy and his customers happy.
Yes. Oh wow, yes. And are there any marketing materials realtors can use to promote Sharia compliant options?
Absolutely. We can email, we can mail, we can do whatever. We have a full packet for the real estate agent to introduce the Mubarak to their customers. And again, you do not have to be a Muslim's agent. Any agent who has a customers who is requiring about Islamic finance can call us.
So you know what, Faye? I think that like after having this conversation, I realized that we need to educate the community, the greater community, about the options that they have out there. And I feel like they don't know that, this is another option that they could actually depend on and afford.
Yes. It's the affordability is there. Like
Yes.
whatever the market is offering, we're offering. The only thing is if you are looking to the faith base, to satisfy your faith and be compliant with your
Yes.
faith, you can come to us.
Of course.
And again, we do not come from, I just want to make sure that the community understand, we just not, just came in and say, oh, it's Islamic finance, it's halal. No, we did not do that. We have scholars that sits also in our board. We have a huge organization that gave us the fatwa after a year of studying our program.
1 year.
So 1 year.
Wow.
1 year, and believe me, it was like for them, because again, I understand and respect their opinion. They wanted to put their signature in something says halal. So we were like working with them day and night and making sure that we are providing everything for them that they ask us for.
Yes.
So they can get us that fatwa. And alhamdulillah, at the end, we got the fatwa.
Alhamdulillah. One last question, and I feel like this is the question everybody has on their mind. Let's talk down payments. How big or how small could a down payment be for a Murabaha mortgage?
So we require 5% down payment.
That's the least.
That's the minimum.
5%?
5% down payment.
That's
and the
crazy.
reason,
That's
and the
wow.
reason is why 5%, because the scholars, they said the customer should have some kind of stake on the house, right? Because if you want to make it halal,
Yes.
you have to put your share down.
Yes.
Right? So they said the minimum is 5% down payment.
Okay.
Now, is there any other programs that we can use? We're working on. I'm trying to get other programs and go back to the scholars and say, okay, there's maybe people cannot afford 5%.
Yes.
Maybe they want less. We're working on that. But in the same token, the 5% can be gifted. It doesn't have to be your own money.
Okay.
For example, I have a sister, a brother, a cousin, a dad who is going to help me with my down payment. This is acceptable. A gift letter is acceptable.
Okay, that's good. Well, Faye, this is the end of our segment, and I thank you again for having me as your special guest and preferred realtor on your show. And yeah, until next time.
Thank you so much for your time. I know that real estate agents are very valuable partners for me. I've been working with them for so long. And I have a lot of, friends who became friends in the real estate world. But I know that you guys are busy. So I thank you so much for your time. I thank you for visiting me. And let's partner. We want to make sure that our community understand that we have option for them to do Islamic finance. And again, please call me if there is any questions. The community can call us. They can visit our website, which is Mubarak Mortgage website. There is a lot of also questions in there. My contact information, my team contact information in there. And again, we are in 48 states. We can serve them in any state they are in.
All right, guys, there you have it. So if you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to comment down below, and we will definitely get back to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you again.